Let's talk about one of the most common and most misunderstood marketing mistakes that I see beginner henna artists make. And I want you to hear this clearly before we go any further. This mistake is not a character flaw. It's not a lack of talent, and it's not a sign that you don't have what it takes. It's a clarity issue, okay? Marketing mistake number 4 is not identifying a specific niche or ideal client. Y'all know that I love to talk about this. So here's the question I want you to sit with as we begin today. Who are you trying to attract, and are your posts actually speaking to them? Not theoretically, not in your head, but in real life, on your feed, in your captions, in your visuals. If that question feels hard to answer, well, that makes sense. Most novice henna artists start with this belief that casting a wide net is safer. If I can serve everyone, I won't miss out. If I niche down, I'll lose opportunities. I'll figure it out later. But here's the truth that most people don't tell you early enough in business. Serving everyone doesn't create more opportunity. It creates confusion, okay? And confusion doesn't convert. When your content speaks to everyone, no one feels like it's actually meant for them. Clients don't want to have to decode your business. They want to recognize themselves in it. They want to feel seen, understood, and most importantly, prioritized. And that only happens when you're clear. So let me say this gently, because I know how much pressure beginners already feel when they're getting started. You're not behind for not having this figured out yet. But you do need to figure it out if you want momentum, okay? Without a clear niche or ideal client, everything becomes harder than it needs to be, truly. Posting feels stressful, pricing feels shaky, offers feel really vague, and confidence feels borrowed instead of rooted and well-grounded. A clear niche doesn't box you in. It actually frees you, okay? When you know who you're talking to, you stop second guessing every post that you make. You know what visuals really make sense? When you have a clear audience and you know what language to use, you know what problems to address. And suddenly marketing stops feeling like you're shouting out into the void and it starts actually feeling like a conversation, okay? So now let's address the fear that comes up for a lot of novices when they start to do this. It's this like, what if I choose wrong? That often is the question. What if I choose the wrong niche? Here's the truth. Your niche is not a life sentence. It's just the starting point, okay? And you're allowed to refine and evolve and expand as you grow, but you cannot build traction with ambiguity. Clarity creates traction, and traction builds confidence. Your marketing should make your ideal client feel like you're talking to them, not at Beyonce's internet, okay? Which brings us back to the training tip that matters here the most. Serving everyone leads to attracting no one in particular. If your captions could apply to any artist, any client, any event, any vibe, they won't land deeply with anyone, okay? Specificity builds trust, and trust leads to bookings. Now, I want you to pause and do a quick mental exercise with me, okay? Think about your most dream client. And I'm not talking about the client who will take any price, or the client who's just convenient, the one who's just there, right? No, I want you to think about the dream client, the one you want to see more of. What are 3 adjectives that describe them? Take a moment, sit with that. And then I want you to scroll through your last 6 posts in your mind. Are you actually speaking to that person? Would that person feel recognized? Would they feel like you get them? Would they feel excited to reach out to you? Or would they feel like your page is just kind of generic, right? This isn't about perfection. It's about intention. When you identify a clear ideal client, you stop marketing from fear and you start marketing from alignment. You don't need to be louder. You don't need to be trendier. You don't even need to be everywhere, actually. You just need to be clear. Which brings us to the actionable task for this mistake that I want to leave with you, okay? I want you to write a dream client profile. Not a one-line sentence, not anyone who wants henna. Oh my gosh, please. I mean, a real profile. I want you to include things like their lifestyle, their values, their aesthetic preferences, what they care about, what they look for in a henna artist. Are they booking for a celebration, for a tradition, self-expression, for luxury, for connection, right? This exercise isn't busy work. It's actually the foundation of everything else, because when you know who you're serving, you stop comparing yourself to everyone else in the marketplace. You stop chasing random advice and you stop doubting your voice, which is so key. And you start to build your business on purpose. So if you're early in your journey, this is one of the most powerful things that you can do right now. Build it right from the beginning. And if you want support walking through this step by step inside a space where, you don't have to feel like you're behind or overwhelmed or alone, that's exactly why the Hennapreneur community is here and why the Hennapreneur app exists. It's designed to help you learn the business side of henna in a way that actually makes sense and that you can implement very easily. So if you haven't already, download the Hennapreneur app, because clarity, friend, isn't something that you earn after years of struggle. It's actually something that you can choose, and you can choose it today. And the sooner you do, the easier everything else becomes inside of your henna business. I promise. So download the Hennapreneur app, and I look forward to seeing you inside.